Oh boy, here we go. Online. InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. It is I, once again, Tonya D, and I'm multi-streaming the universe. It's Saturn Day, November 20th, 2021. Super excited about that, but we are in the nth degree or close to it. And then we enter the season of Jupiter. So our spiritual timelines are for a quest, possibly a vision quest for a new future. So it's a day where the juice will overfloweth the cup, the chalice. So really feel the juice and be like the ultimate desire of your commitment in your heart space. So it's this feeling that will literally expand the juice and actually be the holder of that juice. So open the door to owning the juice. You are worth it and you are worth more. So the elemental energy, we have this yang water monkey day, a Ren Shen. Say that 5 times, Ren Shen. But the day energy nurtures the day branch, or actually, I mean, the day branch nurtures the day master. And we have no fire, so it's a day to bring in the warmth. Thy will be done, not my will be done. That should be the hue or the note or the tone or even the cry of the monkey, that energy. So it's faith and it's learning faith, faith in the world that is ultimately fair and actually will provide all that one needs. That's the energy of the monkey, the famous 3 monkeys, that speak. You have hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil. It's actually speaking of denial, the river. Evil being anything that is other than the monkey's conception of reality. So denial would be like everything is fine. There is also self-denial. So the energy of the monkey will deny himself something that he wants very much in order that he won't be denied something that he subconsciously he wants more deeply. He wants it like effervescently. And he might not even know what that even is. Fate yanks it away, like pulling the rug out from underneath us. So the best cure is to let go and see just what the universe would do if it had that chance and reverse the energy, the entanglement, and let it go. So the message actually is to hold faith today, hold the faith and let go and allow life to flow. So with a yang water day and a yang water in the month branch, communicate the faith into the galactic universe, the universe, whatever you want to call that. We do need some warming elements. So fire to a water element is the ancestors. So it's an amazing ancestral healing kind of day. Go to your altar, honor them, go to the cemetery if you feel called, hold a vigil. I have candles going 24/7 in my house, or some kind of honoring the sacred space, holding space to manifest through the channel of love and taking time and really ultimately trusting in the universe to assist in manifestation creation. So we're in this cosmic clearing for our manifestation. So holding space in the season of Pluto or Scorpio, really, but all relations to Pluto. And we recalibrate all these things in our energetic boundary system to ourself, to the other, to the globe, the fields, the centers, and the pathways. Just really juicing up our juice, feeling into the tonality of the feeling, the tones, literally toning inside and out. It really is a magical day to do just that. So I was in a dream state this morning, and I was literally like a monk watching a bunch of monks, I guess, chanting this morning in a dream space. So you can do this otherworldly too. I really don't have the greatest voice. So the inside otherworldly one works just as well. But chanting, meditation, praying, all that is really juicy. Really doing any kind of spiritual ritual or exercise that really grounds our feelings, our tonality down in and through the earth. The earth's beating her own drum, right? Merging our spirit, our body, and our mind. So I'm seeing like Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces. So that's kind of curious, the literal symbols. But from this space and place, we integrate a sense of calm, a place of peace, where we kind of are like our own Yoda, our own Luke Skywalker, our own Jedi Force, and really feel the juice of our heart's desire for the future now. So it's this feeling that's brimming over the chalice, that golden chalice I talk about, that cup. When we create the sacred space and we hold the tone or the note, I mean, if you're a musician, it's easy to do that, but it's the feeling of the intention. So that's what this juice is going to be. I kind of see it as the Last Supper when they're holding their chalices, drinking the juice, whatever juice that might be. But the feeling that you're holding space for is this otherworldly feeling. It's this upcycled and positive energy to the nth degree. So if you were to be mindful of situations or people's, even your routines or rituals, ceremonies and whatnot, you kind of want to ask yourself, are you being mindful, or are they, or can they kind of disrupt your frequency, interrupt your field? If so, what is it that you can do to protect your essence from the outside in and the inside out? It really is a task on the daily to be the light and hold the juice and bubble up the joy. You know, I often wonder what the reward is for kindness. Sometimes it feels kind of sketchy, or even being compassionate. But I know a lot of that comes from fear, right? Fear. But we are definitely at a crossroads. So just be hypergate aware that what you want to manifest in the future, that you need to be the guardian of your galaxy and hold that space and ground that for your manifestation, because you are your own protector, your own shield of your own chalice. So it's not the time to allow interference in. You know, I've had my own interference lately, but I'm holding the tone, that magical note. I'm just pouring more positivity into the chalice, not allowing any of the effort or the hard work, any of that to float away, and pouring more love in that chalice on the daily, sometimes hourly, shifting the tone, the notes, staying in the love, joy molecules. So you kind of have to identify your own personal tone, your own service, your own love note. Hold it for as long as you can, inside and out. You're going to feel this unfamiliarity, yet juicy sensation. It just feels really good. So this emotional note is going to be, will be what we use to actually measure, use it as a tool to measure our feelings moving forward into our juicy future. So it's a tone that's going to create a listening audience, a higher mind creation, communication. It's the memory of our feelings, the memory in our bones kind of bubbling up through our feelings that resides within us. So this then creates this boundary within our voice. So do what you can today to hold the note, stay in an optimistic venue, stay positive in your thoughts, also in your attitude. And the more we hold the tone, the note, and we lean into the juice, our intentions become expedited and then they land in reality. So we have the Earth Star online. So really is about climbing into our skin and bringing it in through the shaman's portal, the library in the sky, the other worldly juice, all the way down in and through the crown and releasing it into the Earth Star. Tone the tone that resonates with it, you and through you. That's what really brings the juice in. We're all different. We're all unique. If you need more love, I have all these in the show notes, but if you need more love, you could yam yourself today, yummy, in and through every center, if that is the tone or the note for you. If you need to feel safe, bring in the energy of the root center, the lam. If you need some emotional fluidity, that's the vam. If you want to boost your self-esteem and your self-confidence, that's the ram. Clarity in your voice, your communication, that's the ham. Insight into your visions, the om. I prefer the sound of silence, just so I can get clarity in all the visions that move in. Or if you want to have an elevated spiritual connection to bring in that inner faith or the outer faith in, that's the yang. Especially if you really have a challenge with faith, because it's this monkey energy day. Creates that monkey mind. The sound for the elements, the ha for the fire, that's the heat of the ha. Bring in all the juice for all of the spiritual realms, all of them, all the other worldly beings, really. Or the sound of swishing or shishing for nature. That's also a good one for the energy of today. Hang on, I got to put my little comments on. Thanks for tuning in. I'm kind of all over the place. However, the stone of the day, I got this baby. There we go. This picture really doesn't give this magical stone the juice it deserves, but it's called low light. Normally it has this luster of virtue. I guess you can see that if you look into it. There's different colors from different angles, but it exudes this clear communication, this cosmic connection. It's about finding your inner voice. So it's like violet visions and soul exploration. They come into play with this compass stone. So it shares its shades with the stormy winter skies. It's got this seemingly ever-changing shades of violet, blue, dark blue, kind of depending on the angle and also the light. But it also makes us feel as though the sky has kind of swallowed us whole. So when you're on your own shamanistic sojourn, you're going on your own journey. That's actually why I picked this stone for today. The name comes from the ancient Greek word los, which translates to violet. It's a nod to the soft and the rich purple shading of this mystical stone. It's also been called the Vikings Compass. So it was this stone that would actually help the ancient explorers steer their wooden ships across the wild seas as they were adventuring out to new land, far and away from the sweeping icy waters. So it's no coincidence that this stone served as a compass. It's a stone of vision across all planes. Not only is it known for guiding the way, but this watery kind of sapphire, deep. It's also about taking the deep dive, the ones that we can do into our own soul, seeking pathways to new ways of thinking. So it might even be called the water sapphire, thanks to the purple and the blue. I don't know if you can see that. I think the stone's in the very back. You can probably see the blue tones. But this crystal is rich with natural phenomenon of plechurism. So the stone seems to change in shades of different color according to light and movement. And it also seems to shimmer from the blues to the violets and even the deep grays into yellow. So it's kind of like all the moods of the ocean under the sunlight or the storm clouds. So it's just full of life and otherworldly energy. It's even mined around the world. It can be found across many continents and countries, from India, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Madagascar, Namibia, Sri Lanka, Burma, Tanzania, and even parts of the US. So whether you're on a personal vision quest to find your true self or looking for a stone to stimulate and strengthen you, this stone brings a bounty of heavenly healing properties into the world. It's a stone known for bringing you back from the edge of disorientation and planting you firmly in your own body, which is actually the energy of today, connecting down and through the Earth star. A lot of people are into ascending, but they haven't really descended all the way. That's just my perception. But it's also a stone for journeys and endurance. Again, just kind of relating back to the compass that guided the ancient travelers across the stormy seas and the shores and out to new pastures. It's a perfect little mascot for anyone wanting to detox, especially when it comes to alcohol and side effects of that. So if you feel like you've been sipping one too many wines, having this stone close at hand can actually effectively assist your body to heal from the after effects by strengthening the liver and even cutting down on the fatty deposits in the body. It's also an amazing tonic for our nerves. So if you find yourself feeling jangled or entangled, on the edge, this stormy blue and purple stone kind of swoops in to calm our heart space. It's also known for mopping up migraines, lending a hand when it comes to healthy digestion, and giving the body all the tools that it needs to fend off fevers or different ailments. Even when it comes to insomnia, you can also sip low light under your pillow, just sleep on it and dream in the arms of sweeter slumber. Actually, I have a girlfriend that sleeps with stones under her pillow. They're flat. But also, you can take a deep breath and get ready to plunge into the far-flung corners of yourself, because the stone really invites us on our own personal journey of discovery. It's kind of this vision stone. It's all about getting to know yourself better so that you can stand strong, true, and independent in your power and have all the knowledge and all the tools that you need to throw out your fears, which are kind of entanglements, right? So if you feel as though certain events in your life have taken you apart and scattered you to pieces, this stone is really here to assist us to recover those missing puzzle pieces. And it wants us to live a full and vibrant life. And it's actually going to work its magic to grant us the tools actually to do that. So for those of us that have a tendency towards codependency, the stone will actually swoop in to change that mindset. So it serves as this gentle reminder that we are the masters of our own choices and we can literally steer our own destiny. So it teaches us to self-soothe by reminding us that we really don't need to look outside of our own heart for love, compassion, and assurance. So when we let go of being codependent, those ideas, we are better equipped to find balance and heal uneven relationships in the midst of chaos. It helps us to take that big, deep cleansing breath and approach the problem from a place of calm, poise, and more importantly, positivity, which is actually the energy of today, to stay in that optimistic venue. It's also great for astral traveling and deep shamanic journeying. That seems to be the MO of this stone. It beautifully supports psychic abilities, sharpens our inner vision, and it really has this close-knit connection to our third eye, which is actually open today as well. So this is the energy center that sits, between the brow. It's kind of our epicenter of intuition, our inner side. It relates to how we understand ourselves and actually the world around us. It's like our own personal movie screen. But when it's clear and it's open, we're better attuned to the signs of the universe, and we're also better equipped to be reflective in that etheric mirror. So the energy also seeps towards the crown. So it stimulates that cosmic connection with the realm of spirit and also strengthens our clairvoyance skills and also the ability to leap to those higher planes and realms. But, it's really mostly attuned to our higher energetic centers, but it also works well with our throat center. So that entices clear communication that comes from the very true depths of the self. But it's also been known to help people unravel their memory banks and also tune into those past lives. I think that's why it's great for shamanic journeying. And then we have the cards of the day. These cards are hilarious, by the way, for today. Sometimes I can't make this shift up. However, here we are. So the cards, these are juicy. They come from my Gilded Tarot Royal deck. But first we have the 10 of Wands. And these ones are magical, right? So we have this net 10 energy day. That's the Earth Stars energy. So it's really super juicy. But the 10 of Wands, we see this man he's kind of hunchback, carrying these large burdens, through the night towards the morning sky. He's almost done with this very, the task. It's a burden. That's a lot, right? But the full moon is hiding behind the clouds, approaching the dawn. And we just had that magical full moon. So you really can't make this up. So we still have the energy from the full moon cascading into today. So that's a big just now. That's hilarious. But so the cycle, it's indicating the end of a cycle. Even if the end isn't completely in sight, it's kind of the echo of the turning of the wheel of fortune. You can see the deer, the stags in the background in the distance. And they also have their animal energy, totem energy. So it's this quiet inner strength. So we're nearly kind of finished with our task. We might be exhausted, but there really is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a beautiful sunrise. It's the dawn. It gives us the determination to see through the commitment. So go ahead and draw in the basic instincts for strength to kind of finish what you've started, and just kind of be aware of stopping too soon, and don't allow or let the relief of seeing the end of the situation cause you to falter as well. Sometimes, we get off our thread lines, but really it's like focus, just allowing the focus with our actions. It can't make this stuff up. So then I pulled, you got it, the Eight of Wands, which those are, look at them, they're like, woo! They're being a beacon out in the sky. But we see these 8 wands flying out in the sky there. And they're all together, right? They've got their magical, they look like spheres in a way. And they're just juicy. But they're flying over this pasture that's just peaceful. It's got the little animals down there, the little wenames. So it's like we've already set things in motions, and things will land already as it's determined by God universe, right? We're not really in control, but kind of we are. But everything's set in motion, and they move with this steadfast speed, right? They're all together, kind of like a lion and a woman when they walk together with unity towards the common strength or the goal in the strength card. So, the events in the Eight of Wands, those kind of determine the purpose and kind of the balance, the delicate balance of strength. So the strength is actually joined with the fiery action of the wands. I don't know if you've ever watched Ertugrul. That's my favorite binge watch during the experience. But he gathers all these arrows and how when they're together, they're stronger than just one, popping and breaking. But, things are really set in motion to happen, and they're actually going to happen very quickly. So if you're waiting for an outcome, you're not going to wait very long. Events set in motion are moving, emotion, energy in motion, speedily to this unwavering conclusion. They're going to meet that 0 point field. So just be aware of all kinds of dangers kind of interfering. There's always interference, right? Interference kind of tries to alter us, get us off of our pathway. But by altering those movements of just one of those wands, the others, because of their close proximity, they're all going to be affected. So you really want to stay true to your course, where these connections are really integrated and intricate. So you might not be able to see like the larger picture or the ramifications of the actions. So that's kind of the message there. And then, get this, I've got the Seven of Wands. Hilarious. I cannot believe it. But he's standing at this golden chalice door, before the door, right before like the shining, brimming of a new day. He's defending his position. He's got his staff sitting there. He's kind of uncertain, and he's fighting his fear, but he's bravely facing all aspects, all 4 corners or more, all the corners. So this is not the benevolent competition of like the Five of Wands. This one's actually a little bit more threatening. So it's similar to the Chariot. He's very steadfast. He feels sure, but, there is control of the wheel. So there's this deeper lack of understanding. So it's got this echo of the Chariot indicated by his uncertain expression. He's like, doesn't really have one. It's uncertain. So his actions are being questioned, while at the same time, he's understanding that he's imperfect as well. And those convictions are going to carry him through. So we're kind of being asked here, we're being asked to defend our actions and our beliefs, but don't fear the attack. Use the questions raised to really clarify your understanding. So if your beliefs are really sound, holding that note, then a closer examination of the belief will, it's not going to hurt a thing. It's just going to add more wisdom to your chalice. So just kind of be aware of childish obstinacy. And if you find your stance is wrong, just admit defeat and refine your beliefs so that you could stand up in your own kind of examination corridor. But on the other hand, don't give up either. Don't give up the fight out of your fear. So we have all these cosmic energies today, so it's super juicy, I'm just saying. But the affirmation for the day, besides, holding the faith, the galactic universe faith, God universe has our back, always has, always will. We just got to hold that faith. Meditate, pray, do your rituals. I mean, I do them all the time. just be in the note of blessings and see the juice that you really have done and know that you're doing better than you deserve and you know you deserve better. So it's kind of the scales there. But I would affirm that I am in the most magical adventure of my earthly existence, creating the mystical opportunities that serve the queen. And the queen, by the way, is our heart's optimistic desires in that chalice, by the way. It could also be the king as well, but I have to tune into my own inner queen. InShalla, Ashe, thanks for toning in. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Blessings to you.